Hello everyone, JoanZ here.
And let's get right back to it. Um, Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we all share the poems we wrote now? Yay! JoanZ, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. Oh no. I just remembered that I kind of just like selected a bunch of random stuff and a lot of it was like oh no. Okay, well, yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait.
Oh no. Oh, I forgot to read it. Uh, it's okay.
Sayori's on.
Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Wait, oh no. Who do I show my poem to first? Yuri. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion, to be fair. Alright. And she's shy, so maybe she'll like this one. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice?
Oh, so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes since and we still really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to you new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there were specific writing habits that are usually typical of writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on all of them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Well, not mine.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though.
Biased? How?
Um, well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Oh no, I am bad with cursive. Let's see. Um, the tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the feast of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue gem hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Nice. Click outside poem area to continue.
I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting.
It's okay, I just suck with cursive. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah, well, I just don't read cursive very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Ah, that's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Hoo hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, JoanZ.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Oh, I have to show it to the rest of them? Okay, well. Then let's go with, Monica.
Hi, JoanZ. Having a good time so far?
Yeah. My voice is breaking right now. Jeez.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things that we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off with going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
My voice is really going now. I'm sorry, guys. I'll go for a little bit longer here. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to.
Don't worry, JoanZ. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Ah, well. We might be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that might be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
Hmm. You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sounded like Yuri. Well, in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could be a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Oh god.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I'll always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blinded, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. What is that supposed to mean? I mean, it sounded kind of beautiful, but it lost me. Darn. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that's the kind of style. That's the kind of style. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Ah, well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you want to keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That is my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Well, you know what? That's a good point to leave it there at. That's a lovely point. My voice is giving up right now. I'm actually homesick from work today, but I wanted to put a little video out there. I want to thank you all so much, very, very, very much for watching. If you're here at the end, it means an absolute ton. And yeah, until next time, JoanZ out.